Hey folks, Wayne here. So I got an email from a woman who is completely over with the high prices at the supermarkets. And she says no matter where she goes, Walmart or Sam's Club, Costco, and she's got a whole bunch of different ones over here, that the prices are not just getting larger, but the food that comes in the packages is actually shrinking and getting smaller. So, yeah, I think this is a big problem with stores in general, or not stores, but the manufacturers, is it's costing them more money to get the product to make what they need to make. And so what they do is they shrink it and either keep it the same price or they add a little extra. So yeah, it's called shrinkflation, and this is a real thing. It's really happening around stores and all around the country and around the world. It's just not here. It's in Mexico. My wife family lives in Mexico, and she had even asked them, and they said yes, that shrinkflation is a thing over there. As far as slices of cheese, $1 a slice in the stores down the street. So basically, when the mother wants to make her kids a cheese sandwich, she sends the kids to the store with 20 pesos, and she gets two slices of cheese for $2, a buck a slice. So this in Mexico, that's a real thing. It's true. I'm not lying to you. If you don't believe me, go there. But yeah, it's getting bad in Mexico, here in the United States, in Canada, and all around the world, no matter where you go. And it's going to be getting worse and worse and worse because the as you know, the strike is over for the dock workers, and you know it's it's going to get worse, guys. They settled on a 63% increase, and over the next 6 years. So every year for the next 6 years, as these people are getting higher and higher wages, the companies that offload these ships and put them on these trucks to distribute out across the United States, they're going to charge more for that container with the stuff inside. So when the company gets the container and they unload it, they have now paid a larger price, which now the customer, you and me, we're going to have to pay all that extra money that is being paid to for these employees. Now, I did hear that one of these workers make like 36 bucks an hour. This is before the raise. So you're talking a 63% raise in the next 6 years. They're going to go from $36 an hour to double that in 6 years. So they're going to be making around 150 to $200,000 a year per employee. These employees already start out at about 70 to $80,000 a year and only go up from there. Well, now that they got their huge raise, it's going to go higher and higher and higher, which is going to be a higher cost for you and I. So, as far as the market going down, that's never going to happen. I don't care who the president is, I don't care who's running the country. As long as these ridiculous minimum wage hikes are happening across the country, um, you're gonna we're gonna lose more and more businesses. More and more um, buildings are going to sit empty because basically anybody that owns money on those buildings, they're not going to be able to pay it because they don't have customers. Because customers now have to spend all their money on food and electricity and resources for their home and rents just to take care of themselves. They're not going to be able to afford to go out and stay in a hotel. It's going to get worse, guys. This crisis that we're in, you haven't even seen the beginning of it. This is just at the peak bottom. it's getting ready to climb. So if you're one of these people that make 20 bucks an hour, in 3 years from now, your job is not going to exist, or you are going to be cut back in hours because you're going to want to make more money and the company's not going to be able to support you making more money. So they're going to have to cut your hours back, or the company is just going to go belly up, go bankrupt because there's no more customers paying them to pay you. That's how it works. And yeah, capitalism is being killed in this country thanks to the folks that don't like capitalism, that want to destroy capitalism. Now, let me give you a little story background on capitalism. I use capitalism all my life to survive. I'm not rich. I never was rich. Didn't care if I ever got rich, but I made money to survive and take care of my family on capitalism. That's what capitalism is all about. It's not about corporate greed. It's not about these big corporate companies making every cent they can make off of you. It's about people like you and I, regular poor people, going out, getting something to sell to your neighbor or to the guy down the street, or maybe the guy in your next city over, and making a small profit to where you and me can survive off of that little profit. We could pay our bills, we can eat, we could feed our families. That's what it's all about. And without that part of capitalism staying alive, you might as well call it quits and go homeless. Because without capitalism in this country, a free flow of people being able to make the money that they want to make, capitalism, as soon as it dies, we all die. Those people that complain about capitalism's ruining their life, the people you work for, what do you think that is? That's capitalism. That's right. The people, the restaurant, the corporate company, whoever you work for, whatever job you have, that's capitalism. And you people that don't like it, well, go live in a tent somewhere out on the gutter, because without capitalism, your job doesn't exist. Without capitalism, you cannot open a business or start a company on your own, because that is capitalism. So you can say and do what you like, but you're destroying the only thing that makes people money in this country: free market, capitalism. That's what it's all about. I'm Wayne, and I'll talk to you on the next one.